That's fine. So welcome to our Meet the Team event. We are super excited to have you here tonight. We have a little slide presentation we're going to go over with you, but mainly we're just going to share a little bit about ourselves, our stories, how we got involved with the coaching opportunity, you know, what we do, why we love it, how we earn income, just all the ins and outs of coaching, and maybe cover some of the myths or misconceptions or fears that you have as you are considering thinking about the coaching opportunity. So we're going to kind of introduce ourselves. I'm going to open our slide because I think it's really great for you to have a visual of who we are and how far we've come thanks to this opportunity. So it's hard for me to see if you guys can see this. Can somebody put in the comments if you can see my screen? Because I can't see Zoom once I'm open in here.
Nope, we can't.
You can't?
Nope, we still only see ourselves.
Okay, hold on a second. Let's try again.
Something's happening.
All right, how about now? Can you see me now?
Yes, we can.
All right, perfect. Okay, I am Dana. I actually have been a coach as of last month for 7 years, which is absolutely crazy because I could not imagine doing anything else. I am a full-time coach. I absolutely love what I do. I was brought into the opportunity by a dear friend of mine. We were high school teammates. We played field hockey together, and I was a new mom. I had gained 62 pounds when I was pregnant. I had never really had a lot of weight to lose in my life. I had always been an athlete, very fit, minus the 12 hip surgeries that I had had. But by my early 20s, I was a newly single mom. I had left an abusive relationship to raise my son alone, and I was really just at rock bottom, physically, mentally, emotionally, financially. At the time, I was working a job from home that I knew wasn't going to sustain us. And so I was actually looking for opportunities to earn income from home. I was looking at oils, I was looking at Pampered Chef, but nothing really excited me that much. When my coach invited me to join, I said no to her quite a few times because I wasn't sure what I was getting into. And inevitably, I finally said yes because I knew I really needed to work on myself. I needed to get healthy. I needed to feel happy. I needed to regain my confidence. I needed to have energy to keep up with a baby by myself. And so I joined and I started with T25. It was a 25-minute fitness DVD at the time, drinking Shakeology, following a nutrition plan. And it was just insane how empowered I felt just by putting that little bit of time into myself every day. And I dove into doing personal development. And very quickly, I was hopped on a call, very much so like what you're on tonight, to learn about the coaching opportunity. And I was like, this is it. Like, I'm going all in. Like, I saw the success that other women had built in this business, what they had created for their families, the freedom they had, how joyful they were happy and they were healthy and they loved what they were doing. And I wanted that. So I went all in from day one with the goal to be a full-time coach. My biggest fears when I started was definitely judgment. What would people think? You know, was this a pyramid scheme? You know, was I going to fail? I had no business experience. I barely ever posted on social media. But on the flip side of the coin, I wanted to give my life a son I was proud of, and I wanted to be home and present as a mom. And this was the opportunity that I knew could give me that, and it has. No success or income is guaranteed with the coaching opportunity. It is dependent on your effort, diligence, and skill, but the sky is the limit with coaching, and that's what you're going to learn about tonight. So this opportunity has changed my life entirely and who I am as a person. I've been able to be a present mom. I've grown a full-time income, gained confidence, worked on my physical and mental health. I've gotten in the fittest shape of my life. I've made the best friends. I've traveled all over the place, and I've just had so many incredible opportunities that I never would have had without coaching. So I hope that tonight, as you listen to all of this, you will keep an open mind of what this opportunity might do for your life. Miss Kelly.
That's me. All right. All right, guys. So I have a little different story. I started these programs wanting nothing to do with coaching. I think I was probably one of the most adamant person in our team that was super against coaching. So I'm here, so things can change. Basically, I started doing these programs almost 6 years ago for pure selfish purposes. I am a registered nurse and a diabetes educator. I started these with my husband living in New York, probably 4 nights of the week. And I was working and I was caring for 2 young kids and had like no support. And I felt awful. Like I just felt not good in my own skin. I started to notice simple things like I was always behind the camera and I was never in the pictures with my family. I clearly could tell like I just wasn't feeling confident in myself, and my health was kind of taking a back burner. But it was funny because my job was to care for others as a nurse and my job was to care for my family, but my health always kind of went on the back burner. So I started doing these programs, felt really good immediately, and just kind of kept going with it. And eventually it was really hard for me to not share about how much I was loving this. People could see it all over my face. People could see obviously a physical change on me. I'd lost a lot of weight, and they were just seeing like a happier, like more vibrant person. And so I became that person that was starting to share more about it. But I think the biggest fear I had initially was I didn't know what Instagram was. I didn't really love social media. I was super scared of what other people would think of me. And I think judgment was a big thing. Like I was a nurse. Why should I be a coach? Like I think part of me had a little poo-pooed attitude of like, I'm an educator. Like I do this. I can't be a coach. Like this is ridiculous. And so I think I got in my way, and I think I let others' perceptions get in my way. But then I think this whole journey, a lot of it is focusing on your personal development and focusing on your mind, in addition to what you're doing physically. And I was feeling my absolute best. And so I loved to be able to help others feel the same way. I found out about this from a post on Facebook at 10 o'clock at night, and it changed my life. And so why was I not going to share that with others? And what it's done, obviously, for me and my family is huge. I now work part-time as a nurse, so I can be with my children more. What you'll see as we keep going on tonight, all the experiences I've been able to give my children, other than being a healthier mom and a happier mom, and me out there today playing basketball with my kids instead of on the sofa exhausted all the time, it's just night and day. So it definitely has changed my life. As corny as it sounds, I don't know where I'd be at this point if I didn't finally say yes that one time, which then turned into me saying yes to coaching.
I love it. Miss Maggie.
Hey everybody, so my name is Maggie as well, and I have been coaching, it's actually 3 years this month, which is also crazy. It's like you blink and the time flies. But I, like Kelly and Dana, I'm also a mom, and when my daughter was very little, like a newborn, a baby, I realized very quickly that I was not going to be able to spend a lot of time at the gym. As a stay-at-home mom, my priority was obviously my daughter and my health. I have been a type 1 diabetic for 30 years this year, and for many of those years, for multiple reasons, I did not take very good care of myself. And unfortunately, because of that, I have had some complications. One of them being fear of having a low blood sugar in public, at the gym especially. So what I used to do is have my blood sugar get high prior to working out. And I realized I cannot do that anymore. I have to find something that works for me at home that I can do with my daughter, because I'm now a mom. And so I posted online and I met Kelly, and I tried her groups and I was like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. I love it. And less than 24 hours later, I knew that I wanted to become a coach because I saw what this opportunity could do for me and how I could help other people. Now, when I first started, I feel like my goals were very different than what they are now. But what is really cool is that this opportunity can ebb and flow with you in your life and where you are, as far as, family, work, how much time you have to devote to this, etc. So, does anybody else on here besides Kelly have type 1 diabetes? Heather. Yes. Okay. Because I was like, I'm not going to talk about the type 1 diabetes if nobody else is going to, understand it. But so Heather, you understand what I'm saying about like the anxiety about getting low in public and things like that. What this opportunity has given to me has been priceless. Absolutely priceless. So Kelly and I started the Type 1 Dream Team, which is our group for Type 1 diabetics only. I also help run Kelly's other team, which is the non-Type 1 group. So we have a group for everybody, because really everybody can benefit from this opportunity, not just Type 1s. But what the Type 1 Dream Team has given to me is the ultimate accountability to my own health and fitness. And like I said, that to me is just priceless, and especially everything that we have within our communities. You're not going to be able to find anywhere else, and being able to provide that for other people and myself has just been life-changing.
I love it. All right, we're going to dive a little bit into how we earn income as coaches. So like I said, we have to throw out the disclaimer that no success is guaranteed with a coaching opportunity, is dependent on your own effort, diligence, and skill. With that said, the sky is the limit with the coaching opportunity. It really depends on what you want to make of it, how much time you want to dedicate to it, and what you desire to build with it. Hold on a second, I'm back. Okay, I think I got it. So we're just going to kind of cover the basics of how we earn income. So as coaches, the main way that you earn income as a new coach is you are making 25% commission on any order. So if someone signs up for Beachbody On Demand or Shakeology or Beach Bars, you make a commission on that. Now, just for an idea of what it actually takes to build a business, right? Because you might be thinking, oh my gosh, I have to help like dozens of people every single month, and I could never do that. There are no quotas. There are no, minimum benchmarks where you get the boot and you get kicked out of coaching if you don't hit a certain minimum of sales. There's nothing like that. But we do have a benchmark we call Success Club, which means we strive to help 3 to 5 people a month, which is completely doable, whether you are working full-time or you are a stay-at-home mom or you want to turn this into something big like I have. We aim to help 3 to 5 people a month, because that means we're making an impact. It means we're sharing our incredible opportunity. It means we're bringing people into our communities. And it means that we're helping people change their lives. And in doing so consistently, we are able to build a business, right? Now, as you grow and you grow that base of loyal customers or coaches, right? You help 3 to 5 people a month, consistently over time. That grows your volume in our business. And what that equates to is cycle bonus. So that might be what you would understand to be residual income. So that's income that you make that has nothing to do with commissions, right? It has to do with the base of people that you are consistently serving and showing up for and mentoring and guiding, and people that are engaged with using programs and products that they have fallen in love with and use in their day-to-day life, right? And then we also have the opportunity to earn matching and quarterly bonuses. So Beachbody rewards us with a percentage of income based on how successful we are at helping our own teams. So what I love about our business model as a whole is that you really can only be successful in this business if you are truly committed to helping people, whether that is helping people with health and fitness, or whether that is helping people grow a business. You truly have to want and have the heart to help other people to be successful. The more you serve others, the more successful you become. That's really what it's all about. And as you grow in rank, you open the door to quarterly bonuses, which are pretty significant quarterly bonuses. So as you grow a team and as you mentor coaches, you open the door to earn bonuses. So the total income potential, like I said, the sky is the limit. It really depends what you want to do. If it's something where you just would like to make an extra $100 a week, or you'd like to make $500 a month, or you have debt you'd like to pay off, or you'd like to save for family vacations, or you'd like to, get off 2 of the days of your schedule of work and be home and present with your family more. Or if, like me, you want to go all in because you want to be full-time from home, right? This opportunity is 100% what you make it, what you decide for it to be, and how hard you're willing to work. And we mentor you and guide you to know what benchmarks to strive for to be able to achieve whatever it is that you desire. So this is not one size fits all. It's definitely what you desire it to be. Kelly, do you want to talk to us about travel?
Yeah, I am going to piggyback on just the end of that one for commission. Truly, guys, when I first started, like, I really wasn't doing much. I kind of dabble here and there, blah, blah, blah. But I never gave up no matter what, because I think for me, I always had felt it then became another avenue for me to help more people. My job was to see people in my office every day and helping them as an educator and a nurse. This became a different platform for me to reach even more people. And that's where I started to see, wow, like, I can help way more people than, all over than what's walking in my office, 5 to 6 people a day. So it became really rewarding and became another place for me to do something that I already love. So I was able to serve people in a different capacity. And obviously, as Dana said, like, everything is up to your hard work and due diligence and, what you want to make out of it. But like, for me, I work part-time as a nurse, and, this year I was able to just match what I got from my nursing job as a coach. So, and that is working my job as well as parenting. So, like, obviously disclaimer put in there, but good old W-2s came back this year, and I was like, wow. And my husband was very happy. I will tell you that. So it just goes to show, like, that did not happen overnight. It did not happen in 3 months. It did not happen in a year, but I never gave up because I always knew more than anything, this was going to help me and be a healthier mom and wife. And if that was the only thing it did, then I succeeded, because my current job wasn't doing that for me. So you just have to always think with an end, like a goal, and the long term and not short term, because this is definitely a long term type, job, but it's a pretty incredible job to have it be focusing on your own health. So there's that. Now I'm going to move into the fun stuff. So travel. This is like my favorite part, guys, because with nursing, there's no traveling. I don't even get to travel to the bathroom half the time when I'm at work. So when it comes to travel, I have gone everywhere because of this. And my family gets to come with me. And I never thought that was going to be part of this coaching opportunity. Since I've been a coach, Beachbody, I got an earned trip that they sent me to LA, got to work out with all the trainers, got to be put up in an amazing place, like, got to go to corporate, like, had an absolute blast. You can also, the next step, go to another, what they call leadership conference, which has been in different places. This year has been a little curveball for all of us with COVID, of course. So we're super bummed out, but they do like Arizona, Scottsdale, Vegas, different places. We do earn these trips called Success Club trips. They're an earned trip. And just like Dana mentioned before, if you help 3 to 5 people a month, you're going to get invited to this trip, to put it basic. It's not like you have to be invited to a million other people and have like these big top numbers. These trips are super doable for any single person that wants to. I've gone to Mexico with my husband. I've gone, Dominican twice. We've done a cruise ship. My son turned 8 on this cruise ship as we woke up in the Bahamas. And this year was supposed to be Mexico again, which my kids were coming, and it got canceled with COVID, but it's getting delayed, and we're going back in October. And then we have Dominican coming back up in March. And these trips are unbelievable. My husband travels for work, and goes to insane places. And I think in the middle of the first trip, he's like, what is this? Like, he was like blown away. Actually, I think he said that while I was on his shoulders at a foam party. And I think Dana was right next to me. But he had a noodle around him, and he's like, we need to keep doing this. Like, keep doing this. And I'm like, yeah, I told you, babe. So it's unbelievable. And it's so fun to say, knowing my husband is more of like the breadwinner because he's working full time on what he's doing. it's really rewarding to know that I earn this trip every single year for my family. And it's something that we get to do. Like, you know, I've met Dana, like our kids are now all friends. Like, it's just such a fun environment. And on top of, you know, Success Club trips, we have our annual coaching summit. It's supposed to be in St. Louis this year. Once again, I don't know, but I've been to, like, you know, New Orleans. We've been to Indy a couple of times. I met Maggie, who was my coach that we met online. And the first time I met her is walking into the restaurant for our luncheon in Indy. And it was like so just awesome, like so much fun of all these people that we've connected with just from this opportunity. We work out as the sun's rising with 25,000 coaches in the streets of whatever town we're in. We work out with all the top trainers, and we learn from the best of the best about how to help grow your business. And then we have our team retreats, and we've done a couple team retreats in Florida, which have been great. And we are in the process of planning another. So to be determined where, right? But we're going to be doing another one, hopefully in the fall, once things are a little bit better for everyone. But this like opportunity, like I said, a lot of people don't get a gift to travel when it comes to whatever their job is. And having these fun events is a blast.
I'm so pumped to travel again when this is all over. I was like, we went away last weekend and I packed a suitcase and I was like, oh my gosh, I haven't done this in like a year and a half. All right, so we're going to talk a little bit about team trainings because obviously nobody gets a college degree in network marketing, right? None of us came into this opportunity having any type of business skill to know how to build an online business, right? We kind of come in, and your foundation for this business is your journey. It is you showing up for your fitness, working on your nutrition, you know, engaging with personal development, logging into your community, right? Because that journey becomes what you start to share and what you start to show, the process of transformation and change. And as you start to get, you know, your footing with your own routine and you start sharing that, we have weekly team calls in our team page every single Wednesday night. Except this night of the month when we run these. We have different topics every single week on any single topic that we do in this business. It might be about creating connections on social media. It might be about how to brand yourself on social media. It might be, you know, one of the new and upcoming features like Reels on Instagram, how to invite people, how to connect, how to best suggest the program and package that someone needs based on the goals that they have shared with you that they have, right? We walk you through every single step of the basics of this business, and this business is very simple. The hardest part is being consistent with it, which comes down to you really knowing why you're here and knowing what you want to build and believing that it is possible for you to be successful and for you to help people, right? We teach you the rest. You just have to bring the willingness. We also have weekly corporate calls. So we have top coaches in the company every single Monday share their best tips and practices for the business, which are all super helpful, super inspiring. You get to hear their stories as well. And then we also have mentorship and training. So Kelly and I run mentoring calls so you can hop on, ask any questions you have about anything with the business, and we're there to guide you one-on-one. But we also have a training page. So it has units where you learn all of the basics of the ins and outs of the business. So if you approach this like you would say, you know, I was in the restaurant industry for 9 years, and I think about it like when I went to a new restaurant and they handed me a menu and they're like, you need to memorize every single thing on this menu, how it's made, what's in it, what, you know, allergies people might be asking about, that type of thing. It's kind of the same thing with coaching. Like, all of the skills are pretty basic, and once you get the hang of them, you can run with it, right? Because you feel more confident and well-versed in what to do and what to say and how to do it and how to have success. But there's definitely a learning curve. You have to embrace getting uncomfortable, doing new things, learning how to talk to people, putting yourself out there. And if you can embrace that learning curve and that getting a little bit out of your comfort zone, magic things can happen, because I know all of us can tell you that we once upon a time were absolutely terrified to post on social media, terrified to send a message to people, terrified of how to be responsible for running a challenge group, terrified to talk on calls like this. But you truly do learn as you go and get better as you go. So you have to embrace that learning curve. Okay, so we're going to close this off. We're going to open it up if you have questions that you'd want to ask, but I just kind of want to encourage you to think about, I know that when I first came into coaching, I had never had someone ask me, like, what do you really desire for your life? I kind of did what I was told. It was like, go to school, get a job, do this, do that. And when I stepped into coaching and I saw that people were kind of creating the lives that they wanted to be living using this opportunity. And it really inspires you to dream bigger for your life, whatever that might be. It's different for everyone. But to take some time after we get off this call tonight and think about how your life, based on everything you heard tonight, how your life could improve with the coaching opportunity, whether that is you progressing as a person and growing confidence and having more energy and feeling healthier and being a more present, active mom, or that is how would it feel for you to have the fulfillment of helping other people and making a difference and doing something you enjoy, or how would it feel if you had some extra income coming in every single month, and how would that impact you and your family and your future, right? Because the beauty of coaching is that it includes all of those things together in one little package. So I'm going to stop our screen share. And I would love to hear if you guys have questions, comments, fears, concerns, anything, throw them at us. We're more than happy to answer your questions or talk through if you have some fears, because we all did too.
I actually have a question. Do you have anybody that's in college that is in the training process or is already a coach?
It's a good question. I feel like we have had some coaches in their younger 20s. I don't necessarily know about college, but I mean, I was thinking about that a couple years ago. Like, if I had known about something like this in college, I probably never would have gone to college, to be quite honest, because I don't use my college degree with what I do now. But to be able to have a platform to grow something that has sustainable income when you're that age is just phenomenal.
Catherine, what is your major?
I'm majoring in psychology.
Oh, cool.
That's
cool.
what I was studying too.
That would absolutely come into play with this. And, I know, like, when I was in college, I was always working part-time jobs here and there, babysitting. The beauty about this job is that not only, will you be trying to help other people, and you can work at your own pace, your own hours, but your health has to come first and foremost, because you must really be a product of the product. So it's kind of like a win-win-win, if that makes sense.
Right. Yeah, it does. How long is the training process normally?
We have a self-paced training, so it depends on your willingness. I mean, you could technically finish it in a week, or you could take it and do it over the course of a month. But with coaching, the learning is ongoing. I mean, I'm 7 years into the business, and social media is always changing, and how we do things is always changing. So you're always learning and growing and developing new skills. It's never like you get somewhere and you've completely arrived. Like, you're always improving and shifting. But to learn the basics, you can learn them pretty quickly. Yeah.
Okay. So what do you guys do, in terms of once you get to the coaching stage?
Like, how do you get started?
Yeah.
So typically we have you do, the first thing you're going to do is we have an email that has the first 5 coach videos in it. So it has the basics of how to share Shakeology, how to sign somebody up, kind of sharing about things on social media. And we encourage you to make a coming out as a coach post. So you're going to announce to your social media platforms, whether that's Facebook, Instagram, or both, that you have decided to become a coach. And we typically recommend that you make it super simple but personal about the journey that you've been on. What has changed for you, how you felt before you started, you know, how was your energy, how was your confidence, how, you know, did you weigh more, like whatever it was that made you decide, okay, I want to start a fitness program, I need to drink Shakeology, I need to follow a nutrition plan, I need a community of accountability and support, right? Who you were then versus who you are and how you are now, and why you're deciding to become a coach, and sharing that you are now going to be opening the door to coaching other people and supporting other people on their journey, right? Because that gets people to follow your story, follow what you're doing, and know that you're someone they can come to when they need help. And then to get into the basics of what we're doing, we create new connections on social media every day. So we aim to share things that are you know, of value. Maybe it's a mindset tip or something inspiring, or a meal plan or a recipe or a tip of how to stay motivated or how to get up and work out early, whatever it is, right? You're sharing things that are valuable to the person that might be needing your help as a coach, and then you're connecting with them. So you're building relationships, you're genuinely starting connections and friendships, and eventually you get to the point where you invite them to join you. So you're asking them, hey, I don't know if you knew this, I run an online wellness community and I help women with their health and fitness goals. Is that something you're interested in learning more about, right? Doesn't have to be weird or salesy or scary. You're not sending anybody any links to buy anything. You're genuinely creating connections and getting to know people and getting to know the goals that they might have. Granted, most people do have health and fitness goals of some sort, right? Like how many times do you scroll Facebook and everybody's like, I need to lose weight, I ate too much this weekend, I drank too much on Friday, like whatever. Everybody needs positivity, accountability, support, a like-minded community. They need to move their bodies, they need to eat well, they need to drink more water, right? So you're just genuinely creating connections and letting people know that you're there to help them if they so decide they want that. And when someone says, yes, I do, that's when you start to talk to them about their personal goals, so that you can suggest and say, okay, I think it would be best for you to start with 2B Mindset Nutrition, because you told me you struggle with binge eating and cravings, right? And that's a really good intuitive eating program for someone that has, you know, wants to work on things around emotional eating. And 21 Day Fix might be a really good starter program for you to kick off with. Having access to Beachbody on demand gives you a place to start, but also a place to progress, right? And you deliver what the whole solution is to them and give them an opportunity to ask questions. And if they decide they're interested, then you sign them up. And that's basically in sum how it is and what we do.
And Catherine, I know you're like extremely new. I will send you the very beginning of this recording. I know you hopped in kind of late, and you know, we really haven't had a chance to talk much about really what exactly this is. But hopefully this gives you a great idea. And you know, I was thinking too, when I was in college, I know how my schedule would change. Like every semester I might have, you know, Monday, Wednesday, Friday this, Tuesday, Thursday this. Some days I would start at 6 a.m. and end at 10. And it would always be changing. So like what we have to offer really can help that population, that community. And I feel like that is kind of like, you know, a really untapped niche in our group, just because people in college need help with health and fitness too, but they are extremely busy. They are often working multiple jobs. They are often, you know, not eating the best because they're so busy. And so having a group of, you know, people to help them to say, hey, I'm going to be in the virtual gym at such and such a time, just can really be beneficial.
Yeah, I love that. I could have used this in college.
Oh my God, my freshman 20 would have been like gone.
Yeah, right? Oh, does anybody else have questions?
If nobody else has questions, I wanted to just talk very quickly about the value and the price in what we have to offer. And Catherine, I know you don't really know much about this, and maybe you guys everyone else watching might not either. But I always tell people who are like, I'm not sure about the price or whatnot. When you look at what we have to offer compared to what you're getting and what you would be paying at other places for pretty much the exact same, comparable service, what we have to offer is such an incredible value. So, for example, our best value pack is what's called the challenge pack. And that includes everything that you will need to succeed in your own fitness and nutrition. Literally a roadmap to help you get where you want to be. It comes with a year of the fitness training. That's unlimited classes, unlimited programs. It comes with 2 incredible nutrition plans created by registered dietitians. It comes with our support, our community. It comes with 24 to 30 of our superfood, 30 servings of our superfood shake, Shakeology. And all of that for $160. Now, I know I used to pay, well, like for instance, my sister, she pays $100 a month to go to CrossFit, and she has to find a babysitter. She has to make the time to get to the classes. She has to call in advance now or RSVP online. She has to wear a mask, and she's paying $100 a month. I used to pay, multiple hundreds of dollars a month to have a personal trainer train me, and I get the exact same results doing this. It saves me so much time, so much money, and the value and what we have to offer. I always tell people to shop around, because when you do, you're going to be flabbergasted.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
And you guys, you gotta remember, all we do is we pay a $16 a month coach fee, and then we buy what we're using, so I get I get plenty, I get a lot of stuff, but like Shakeology, you're using that. We don't stockpile, we don't have to buy extra stuff. We're just basically using what we use, and we're just sharing about it. And we're able to start a business that can grow, obviously significant. I would do this anyway, but I'm able to now grow a business because of it. So it's pretty incredible. And, and compared to all the other things I've heard of people having to pay and put money into, I'm like, what are you doing? That's crazy.
So I have just a couple things.
Yeah.
So my biggest hesitation, I guess, with going into coaching is I am new to even just working out myself. This is so new to me. And I am in that kind of mental stance of how can I promote or get people to want to work out when I just started doing this myself?
Yeah.
How can you be like a beacon for that when, I feel so uncomfortable in this area at first. So I guess I just don't know how you guys got over that first initial.
I love that. That's such a good question. I'm sure we can all tackle this one. I think Kelly, definitely you should go first, and I'll chime in after, because this.
Well, I will just say first that Heather does say she's new at this, and she is new at this, but she already wrote and said she's already down. She's been not able to exercise as much because of something. Started, she was feeling amazing, then got a little hiccup, and I said, keep going with your Shakeology nutrition. And I think, would you say you're down 12 or 14 pounds, in a very short period of time? She's already seen amazing results with it. So there's that. But I will say the best people that I see in general when it comes to coaching and what we've seen are real, authentic people that are in it and in the trenches with people that you're inviting to. In general, I think it's your own accountability. When you start sharing about this and you're bringing people on and creating your own business, I'm going to always show up for all the people in my groups, even the days I don't want to, because they are looking for me to show up and be present. So as selfish as it is, it's that extra accountability that has made me show up almost 6 years now. I never committed to my anything, let alone working out. I don't really like working out. I still don't really like working out. But I do it because I know it's going to make me feel good. And now I've created this, groups that are women that are all looking for that direction and looking for that support. And if they see me bow out, it's easy for them to bow out. So I won't give up on them, you know, therefore it helps me not give up on myself. So there's that piece of it. And it becomes just that extra routine. I think for me, I'm not going to relate to someone that, you know, has these amazing, I love it, wish I had it, like amazing 6-pack abs and that look like super, you know, perfect and everything. Like that's not what I'm, you know, looking towards. I'm looking for more now overall health, and I, you know, got my weight loss, but I'm looking for long-term just continuation and consistency. And so when you are showing up just as you, showing the hard days, showing the good days, showing the good, the bad, and the ugly, there's so many other Heathers out there that are just like, I need this, but I just don't know about this yet. And so that's why I think I feel very fortunate with the group that we have. And this is just a very small group of us. We are very big and extended, that we are very real and just sharing who we are. And if you want to join us, great. If you don't, that's fine too. And we're just real humans that are like, this is the way we are. Like I'm showing up like a hot mess right now. But you know, that's how we kind of, I think, have been so authentic in what we share, that we have grown so much because of that. And I think for me, it's just in the ultimate accountability. And once I started to do it, it was hard to kind of step off of it because it was such a high of keeping on, and you feel good.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think in our heads we look at like fitness and nutrition trainers that they're like super fit and they're super perfect, and like nobody would ever look to me for advice if I didn't look like that. But that's not what coaching is. Like we're not fitness experts, we're not nutritionists. Like we're just busy women that are trying to be fit and healthy and feel more confident and be happy in our day-to-day lives. And that's the type of women we're looking to help, right? We're not looking like, we're not like, hey, sign up with us and eat chicken and broccoli and like get a 6-pack. It's more like, I want to help you find a routine that is maintainable and sustainable for whatever your crazy life looks like. And you're just sharing that process. And I can tell you personally, because like I said, when I started, I had baby weight to lose. I feel like I am less relatable now because I am very fit. I've been doing this consistently for 7 years. Like I have abs, you know, like people don't necessarily relate to me in that sense anymore, but I share a lot personally about mental health and how it helps me with anxiety and how it's helped me overcome hardships in my life. How this routine is like my foundation to feel good. And it's less about what I look like at this point, and it's more about how I feel and how it affects my confidence and my energy levels and how I show up as a mom. So I really think you kind of have to like broaden your perspective of what people would look to you for help for, and that you don't have to have it all figured out. And honestly, it's better if you don't have it all figured out, because it gives people a journey to follow. And it gives people something inspiring to say like, wow, if this is tough for her to show up and this is new to her and it's uncomfortable, like maybe I can do that too. And that's what's going to draw people into you. So it's exactly the reason that you think you're like unsure is exactly the reason you should.
Any other questions?
Ladies, any questions? All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us tonight. If you think of any questions that you have, just shoot the coach that added you a message, or you can post it in the Meet the Team page. Like I said, we have team calls every single Wednesday night. So hopefully we'll see your beautiful faces on sometime soon in our team page. We would love to welcome you into our coach family. Have an awesome day, everybody.
Bye, guys.
Thank you so much.
Bye.